Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now this one was a bit of a spur of the moment type of video, so it probably won't go out on Sunday. I'll probably just post it randomly. And it's on learning dressage tests. And let's be honest, if you compete and you do dressage or eventing, we've all forgotten that test once in a while. And I don't think it matters what level you're at, how long you've been riding for. Every now and then you forget you're meant to halt there, rein back there, do a transition there, whatever it might be, you forget. And it's one of the most frustrating things because it could be the difference between you winning and losing. And let's be honest, it ruins the day when you forget. So I have seen people at the Olympics have an error in their test. So it doesn't matter what level you're at. It happens to the best of us. So I've got a few tips that I think helps make sure you remember that test. And don't lose any of those marks. Probably one of the things that everyone does when you're learning a dressage test is to draw it out on a piece of paper and just run through it. And again, that's one of the great ways of remembering it. I think it's probably one of the things that most people do. You can now get the really good whiteboards which you can keep wiping over and re-going through it, which I have. And quite often they have the short arena one side, long arena the other side, which is really handy, and I quite like to go through that just before I get on. But again, drawing it out, going over it again is a great way of getting it just to really sink in. One of my tips for learning dressage tests is to get it in diagram form. In my books, this is an absolute must, and I can't imagine why anyone wouldn't, because I think when it's set out so easily like this and you can visually see exactly how each movement needs to be ridden, it just sinks in so much better. When it used to be just written out in words, it could be a little bit confusing, especially higher up the levels. And A, it means that you ride the movement exactly how it's meant to be ridden because you can see it. And B, pictures always help, I think. Pictures always help. Get those tests to sink in that little bit more. So it's a must for me. I only have diagram test sheets and I just think they help. Another great tip for learning your dressage test is to watch others do it. However, at a competition, that's not always an option. You might be on first go, or you might have a fidgety horse that doesn't like to stop and let you watch for a while. So the next best thing is watching online, and we're lucky that so many riders upload their dressage tests onto YouTube nowadays. And it really is a brilliant tool for helping A, check that you do know your test, but B, just letting it sink in that little bit more. Watching someone ride that test a few times over, you just start to pick up the little details as well. Now, personally, I like to look for someone that's got quite a high score, so that I know that the test that they're riding a decent test and that they're quite accurate, because that is important. And again, it's just, I personally find it's a great way to check that I definitely know where I'm going. So whoever I'm watching, I might sort of just say before they do the movement, like right now she's going to do a 10-meter circle. Now she's going to do a simple change. It's like being same as kind of telling someone face to face, but this way you can just check it for yourself. But as you can see, I upload them onto YouTube and I watch other people's, and you can see they get loads of views. So it's obviously something lots of riders do. Probably one of the obvious and best ways to making sure that you learn that test is to actually go and practice it. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a short or long arena at home, then brilliant, you can run through your test several times before your competition. However, if you don't, the next best thing is to hire, something that I do, but mainly only if I'm going to a regionals or championships. The next best thing I find, if you can't hire something, is to go out in a field and just roughly work out how long an arena would be and just ride through it kind of off a rough guide, because it's still another chance to ride the test even if you don't have markers to ride to. And failing all that, you can still ride it on a short arena that's not quite the right size. You just have to bunch the movements up a little bit, but it's definitely a good way to get that test installed in your head. Okay, no one wants to be on camera for me to show you guys what I like to do, but just before I go and get on a show or get the horse tacked up, I like to run through my test with someone, and this is always my mum because she's the person that comes with me, and I will do it from memory. She will have the test sheet, and the best thing about this is she always picks up on just tiny little details that I've skipped over. And I think when you're learning quite a few dressage tests, it's so easy to miss out on tiny weeny things. For example, like in this test, just giving with the inside rein. Those are the kind of things sometimes I've read through the test and I just, for whatever reason, have glossed over. Not good. But she will highlight things like that, or highlight just areas where I haven't quite got the right number of steps, maybe in a rein back or something like that. And honestly, it saves me getting penalised. So it is vital. Like, I can't tell you how vital it is that just before I get on, I run through the whole test, probably normally twice with her, unless I'm having a wobble on it, then more. And I do it from memory. She has the test sheet and we just run through it, and she just picks up on anything that I might not have totally taken on board. And if you haven't got someone with you, which I know is, not everyone is lucky enough to have someone with them at a show, then do it beforehand with somebody at your yard or something, or a partner at home. Run through the test with them quite a few times, and then that way for sure it's embedded in your head just before you go in the ring. Leaving the best till last. This, I think, is truly a game changer. If you've never visualised yourself riding, not only does it really help with nerves, it will honestly help you embed that dressage test into your head. So about the week before your competition, every evening, just maybe before you go to bed or when you've got a bit of peace and quiet, close your eyes and run through exactly how you want to ride your test, how each turn should feel, each movement, exactly how you want it to be. Not only will it help keep your nerves a little bit calmer on the day, but it will also make sure that you really do know that test inside out. Because if you've run through it that many times and ridden it that many times through in your head, it will be stuck in there, I promise. So give it a whirl if you've never done it before, because like I say, not only does it benefit in helping you feel more confident on the day, but it will make sure that that test is truly stuck in there. But all the suggestions that I've given in this video are all things that I do every time I compete and find really help. Make sure that you don't forget it, because we don't want to be losing any 2 points for forgetting a test, because it's super frustrating when that happens. Anyway, I hope this video has helped, and good luck at your next competition.